My name is Baucom. I'm the provost at the University of Virginia, and if you're not quite sure what a provost is, it just means I'm a bureaucratic drudge. But technically, I'm the chief academic officer of the university, and I'm delighted to welcome you on behalf of the University of Virginia. It's an honor to be with you this evening, and I mean that quite seriously. All of you have roles in which you attend events, you attend receptions, you're guests at receptions, you're asked to speak, and sometimes that's a pro forma thing, and sometimes it's an opportunity that you just relish and you look forward to. And when I say it's an honor to be with you, I mean that. I was raised in apartheid South Africa. I spent my childhood there. My family moved when I was 6 months old. My parents stayed until they passed. I grew up in the midst of the brutality and the violence of apartheid. And I witnessed, as a young white boy, firsthand, the defining role that civic leaders, civic organizations, community activists, union organizers, priests, rabbi, imams, civics, educators, and countless others made in the struggle for democracy. My parents were there working in adult education, working in mining communities, working with mining partners on adult literacy programs, and that was and it remains the defining experience of my life. It is what has led me to the work of education, and it is what has led me to the understanding that education is fundamental to the work of democracy. And having spent my childhood in South Africa and Namibia and South Africa again, I've been left without reservation with an understanding of the profound centrality of African struggles for freedom and social transformation to the global history of democracy. There is no future for democracy without the future and the history and the present of Africa. So to all of the Mandela Washington Fellows, and I know also that there is no such thing and there is such a thing as Africa. I know that Africa is deep and various. I know that this is an easy fiction that we often create, that there is an African epistemology. There are multiple histories, multiple struggles, multiple ways of being. But when I say Africa, I mean this. There's an important work that has been significant in the American Academy over recent years, whose argument is that the future of the world is tending toward Africa. And if we are to understand the future of the world, and particularly the future of global struggles for democracy, we need to understand what is happening on the African continent. So to all the Mandela Washington Fellows, thank you for joining us. We have an enormous amount to learn from you. We have an enormous amount to learn, particularly in a moment in which we are constantly reminded worldwide that the work of democracy is never done, that it takes constant renewal by each succeeding generation. The work that you are doing, the work that you've been sharing with us, it is an honor to be here with you. I want to thank you for reminding us that whoever we are, and whatever our contexts, in the unending work of democracy, aiuta continua. Thank you for reminding us that at the end of that struggle, there is, in the words of Aimé Césaire, a place for all at the rendezvous of victory. Thank you for rededicating yourselves and your generation to the promise and the hope and the commitment at the heart of the continent's many and various struggles for freedom and democracy and peace and social transformation and justice, the promise that you will be the ones to help realize for your compatriots and for the world that so desperately needs what you have to teach us. We are having dinner in a room designed by Thomas Jefferson, author of the Declaration of Independence and one of the founding figures of our American democracy. We're having dinner at a university that is nourished by that hope and that dream, and that also understands that we have failed it, and understands that one of our primary failings is our primary failure at the beginning to reckon with our history that flows from Africa. And we're a university that is committed to understanding what the future of democracy can look like, and we cannot do it without you. We're a university that in recent years has set at the heart of our strategic priorities a major commitment to the study of democracy, we need your help. And we're grateful to you for being here. So thank you. I'm looking forward to hearing your reflections on your experiences later this evening. Before releasing everyone to dinner, which is really why you're here, I wanted to add one more word of gratitude. As Provost, I have overall responsibility for the academic programs of the university, including our global programs and partnerships. And one of our leading and most inspiring collaborators in this work is the Presidential Precinct. And I want to extend my deep thanks to all the staff and supporters of the precinct for their invaluable partnership and for their vision in making initiatives like this possible, in deepening our global ties, and helping us forge not only the institutional, but the individual relationships on which the planetary work of democracy depends. Pat, Drew, Abigail, board members, all of the precinct team, thank you. Jim Murray, my friend, profound thanks to you, Jim, for leading and forging this incredible partnership between the precinct and the university. It is a gift that you have given us, and we are enormously grateful. So as a quick reminder, after dinner, we will enjoy keynote remarks by Professor Tony Thompson, Professor of Clinical Law Emeritus at the New York University School of Law. Tony, thank you for joining us. We're grateful that you're here. We look forward to hearing from you. And now I'm done. Welcome all again. Please enjoy your meal.